Welcome, everybody. This is the Elite Eight, game number one. And as you see, game number one in the Elite Eight. We got 4 games to show you today, and this will be big. And as crazy as this sounds, every one of these, they split in the regular season. Anaheim hosting Montreal, and Houston will host Oakland. And game number one, Boston and LA. And game number one, 63 is out, and 66 is in, the worst Dodger, and Philadelphia and the New York Yankees. We're going to have Philadelphia and the New York Yankees today. George Pipgrass versus Steve Carlton in Philadelphia today. So we're going to be ready to go. And here we go. We're going to go really quickly. We're going to go to 5 as that'll begin. We didn't start it yet. First inning, Montreal and Anaheim. So there we go. And there we go. Philadelphia, New York. As the New York Yankees, it's going to be the first time we see them. Philadelphia and New York should be a very good game. And we're going to see right now what happens. So it's going to be... There we go. Well, we'll go wide there. So, Philadelphia and the Yankees. Let's go to Yankee Stadium. We're underway. So here we go. The New York Yankees. You have Musil, Combs, and Ruth here in the Elite Eight game number one. And Steve Carlton, who's 2-0 with 3.38 ERA, 23 homers, and 4 walks. We're about ready to go. The first pitch by Carlton. That'll be down, and this is a high pop fly. Center field, and they're going to make it. It's going to be 1 out. Let's change the one view to wide low. There we go, 1 out here in Veterans Stadium. Earl Combs, 8 for 25 in the playoffs, a home run and an RBI. Carlton is 2-0. That'll be a high pop fly, center field. And they run underneath. They're going to make a catch, 2 out. No Pittsburgh Pirates. Here's Babe Ruth. He's hitting .476, 5 home runs, 11 RBI. Unbelievable. He's incredible. Ruth, the pitch, Carlton strikes out Ruth, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless. Bottom of the first inning, here's George Pipgrass pitching. He's 2-0. A 6.07 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 5 walks. And Lonnie Smith now 9 for 30 with an RBI. Here's Pipgrass. And that's Lonnie Smith to left field, and that'll be the first base hit of the day. In the Elite Eight, people are feeling it. The winner of this series goes to the Final Four. Pete Rose now. Here's Pete Rose, first base. Hitting .321, no home runs, 4 RBI. The pitch. They're going to go to second. They throw to second. He's going to be saved. Lonnie Smith will get a stolen base. His third of the playoffs. Now Lonnie's on second. Nobody out. The pitch to Rose. High into right field. And underneath. Oh, what a sliding catch. Will they go to third? They will. And it's going to be Lonnie on sacrifice position. Bottom of the first inning, 1 out, Lonnie Smith. Sacrifice position, here's Mike Schmidt. Hitting .357, no home runs, 4 RBI. They walk him. Schmidt will go to first. First and third, bottom of the first inning, 1 out. And here's Greg Wazinski, the Bull. Hitting .192, 2 home runs, 6 RBI, the Bull. This will be behind the left field. Will Lonnie Smith be able to come home? They do. They throw home. And it's going to be 1-0. They cut it off. They don't even throw. 1-0 Philadelphia against the Yankees. Yankees were red hot at the end of that last series. And here's Pipgrass. They won in 6 games. They won 10-0 that last game. That'll be Moreland. 6-4, and that's all they get. So at the end of the inning, it's Philadelphia 1, New York 0. Second inning, here's Lou Gehrig. 3-0-4-3 home runs, 9 RBI. They got to be careful. Carlton.
The swing
and he struck him out, 1 out. That's Lou Gehrig. He'll sit down. And now here's Tony Lazzari. Lazzari 7 for 18, 2 home runs, 4 RBI. Hitting .389 in the playoffs. Called into Lazzari. Struck him out again. That's another one, the 16 home run hitter. It's now 2 outs, top of the second. And here's Mark Koenig, the shortstop. And Colton is on fire. The pitch. That'll be a hard hit and a base hit, and they'll get on first. Oh, and it's an error, and Koenig will go to second. How far will they go? We'll get a second on the air. It's a single. And extra base on the air. Pat Collins, what a terrible playoff. He's batting 7th now. Collins strikes out, and no harm, no foul. Even on that last air, we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Philadelphia 1, New York 0. Bottom of the second inning. And Bake McBride hitting .080, no home runs, 2 RBI. Bottom of the second. That's going to be a hard shot and a base hit. And that's going to be a nice base hit for Philadelphia. And you know, Philadelphia wants to get more runs. They know New York can score on a dime. And here's Manny Wicklund. 321, a home run, and 6 RBI. The pitch. That's going to be a strikeout. They throw to second. He's safe. And McBride gets the stolen base. Big McBride, his first stolen base. And here's Gary Maddox. 1 out, McBride on second for Pipgrass. On the ground. Third to first. And that's going to be 2 outs. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. And Ramon Aviles, the shortstop. And here's Ramon. He struck him out, and they say he struck him out. And he did. We go to the third inning. The score, Philadelphia 1 and New York 0. Game number 1, the biggest and most important series. The other one, Montreal leads Anaheim. That's huge. Boston all over the Dodgers. Boston is the hottest team in baseball. And Oakland plays Houston. Hottest team in baseball is Oakland. They were down 3-1, won 3 in a row. Ben Pascal, the right fielder now for New York. That'll be on the ground. He goes short. Aviles to first. They 1 out. And that was a great throw to Rose. Here's Mike Gazella. He's 190, a home run and an RBI, hitting 9th. Carlton now here in game number 1, and that's going to be a walk. Carlton walks him. So that was a little outside the area there. Bob Musial 0 for 1. Carlton only 39 pitches so far. That's going to be a strikeout, 2 out. Carlton has been dominant today. 2 outs, and here's Earl Combs, the center fielder. Combs 308, a home run and an RBI. The pitch. That'll be a hard base hit, and there it goes. That's going to be a base hit to right, and there they go. They throw to first. And it's going to be 2 outs. Babe Ruth. Here's Babe Ruth, left fielder. He's 455 now. 0 for 1 today. First and third with 2 outs. You have Gazella at third, Combs at first. 2 outs, the pitch to Ruth. They walk him, the bases are loaded. Carlton maybe wisely walks Ruth here in the top of the third. And now Lou Gehrig, though. Garrett with the bases loaded, top of the third and 2 outs. 0 for 1 today. The pitch. High and deep center field. I don't think it'll get out. It's underneath. And they got it, Gary Maddox, and that's the catch. They held their breath a little bit, and we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Philly. Bottom of the third inning, here's Lonnie Smith. He's 1 for 1, and he is back. Pip grass. And that'll be a high pop fly left field. And coming in, they're going to make the catch, 1 out. 1 out, first inning, and here's Pete Rose, 0 for 1. And Pete Rose, high into right field, and that'll go against the wall. Rose will go around first. He's going to go to second, to throw to second, and he's going to be safe. Pete Rose with a double with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third inning, here's Mike Schmidt. Schmidt at third base. During the season, he had 331, 32 home runs, 95 RBI. Pipgrass to Schmidt. That's going to be high pop fly to right field. And underneath, he's going to make the catch. They throw to third, but there's going to be, it's not going to come in. They're not even going to finish. It's just a cutoff. 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning, and here's Greg Lazinski, the DH. We got some scores coming up now. Pipgrass to Lazinski. And that'll be just popped up. Let's see who gets it. The shortstop. He'll get it, and that's going to be 3 out. Still 1-0 Philadelphia. Here in game number 2, we go to the 4th. Two-0 Oakland here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 Montreal. We got all the hot teams in the world. And LA is losing 4-1 to Boston. Boston is red hot. But we know that the first couple games never really, you can't tell an entire series with a guarantee, like in the NBA. So 2-0, 2-0, 4-1. Here it's 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. Here's Lazary, Koenig, and Collins. Here's Tony Lazary, 0 for 1 today. Carlton. And they walk him. That was inside in 4 pitches. Lazary will go to first. Here's Mark Koenig, the shortstop. There's Carlton with 60 pitches. That'll be knocked off to right field and a base hit. Let's see how far they'll go. They're going to go to third. And top of the 4th inning. Here's Pat Collins, the catcher. Collins now. Here's Steve Carlton, the pitch. And that's going to be a walk, and it's now the bases loaded with nobody out. Carlton needs to get himself out of this mess. It's the 2nd straight inning with the bases loaded. They got Pascal, Gazella, and Musial. I'm thinking they're going to be giving up a lot of runs here. Here's Carlton against Pascal. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch. That'll be on the ground. And a base hit. One's going to score. It's down 1-1. We're going to go around third. It's going to be 2-1. They throw it in. It'll be 2nd and 3rd now. And there's still nobody out. The Yankees have a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 4th. And here's Mike Gazella. Mike Gazella here in the top of the 4th inning. He walked last time he saw Carlton. The 69th pitch that goes to center field. And that's going to hit the ground. It's 3-1. And they're not going to come home. It's 3-1. Still nobody's out. Carlton having trouble. Here's Bob Musial. He's 0 for 2 today. Carlton already with 75 pitches. 3-1 to score. The pitch. That'll be high. Deep left field. And underneath this could be a sacrifice fly. And they catch it. Here's the throw. And it'll be 4-1. 1 out, 1 on. So everybody ends up scoring. Here's Earl Combs, 1 for 2 today. Obviously, it's a lot more quieter than we have, and that's going to the wall. Steve Carlton has ran out of gas. Oh, Combs will go to second. They're going to come home. And it is 5-1. 5-1 in the top of the fourth. And here's Babe Ruth, who's licking his lips. He just wants to hit that thing all the way out of the stadium. He wants to try and hit it in the Atlantic Ocean, and we're in Philadelphia. A swing and a miss. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. 2 outs, top of the fourth. And Lou Gehrig is 0 for 2. Carlton, and strikes out Ruth and Gehrig. By 5 runs by New York. And that hampers thing. Bottom of the fourth inning, it's 5-1. Please remember to drink responsibly. So we have a lot of blowouts going here. Here's George Pipgrass against Keith Moreland. George Pipgrass. And Moreland, and that's going to be a base hit. So here comes Philadelphia now. Whenever you get a big run, a big inning against you, you at least want 1 run. You have to try and get 1 run. And here's Big McBride, 1 for 1 today. Pipgrass to McBride, and struck him out, 1 out. It was in there, and Manny Wickland, second base. Manny, the pitch. That's going to be knocked on the ground. They pick it up, they go to first, 2 out. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2 outs. And Moreland on second base. Here's Kerry Maddox, center field. The pitch. That's going to be to right field, and will this go down? And this is caught, 3 out. We go to the 5th inning. Philadelphia doesn't get anything. The Yankee fans here are loving it. It's 5-1. Montreal still leading Anaheim on that. Boston all over LA. Hottest team in baseball there. And Oakland 3-0 against Houston. Oh my goodness. 3 teams. I'll tell you what, Oakland and Montreal played in the first round. Boston, they're getting killed by Seattle. Now they're one of the better teams. Lazary walked in the 4th inning. Carlton is still pitching, and that's going to be a strikeout, 1 out. Philadelphia can be back into it, but they just need to get some runs here. It's 5-1. And Carlton has thrown 90 pitches now. Mark Koenig, 2 for 2. He hit over 300 in the regular season. This will be on the ground to Villas, to Rose, 2 out. Here's Pat Collins now. Carlton to Pat Collins. And the catcher, they strike him out. 1, 2, 3. They go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score. Here at 5, Philadelphia 1.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Here is Ramona Villas, the shortstop. And George Pipgrass, 66 pitches. That'll be on the ground. They pick it up. They go to first, 1 out. 1 out, and here's Lonnie Smith. There's 1 for 2. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. The pitch, that'll be a swing and a miss. 2 outs now. The Yankees are looking good here. And here is Pete Rose, 1 for 2 today. Bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Rose will hit this one in the air to center field. And they make the catch, 3 outs. We go to the 6th inning. The score is New York 5, Philadelphia 1. So here we go, top of the 6th. Quickly the score. Oakland blowing out Houston. Boston 10-3 blowing out LA, and Montreal and Anaheim. Montreal could win game number 1. We're looking at that game. But now here's Ben Pascal against Steve Carlton. Carlton is still in. Pascal is not sure. This won't run until it gets to New Jersey. And Pascal has made it 6-1. You're going to get days like this where you get one close game and the rest are notched up, and you got to ask yourself, do you see a sweep? I don't know. I just see a bunch of bursts in innings. It's 6-1. And Randy Lurch, a new pitcher, first time in the playoffs. Here's Mike Gazzella, 1 for 1. From Lurch, a strikeout there, 1 out. Here's Bob Ussel, the DH, 0 for 2. And he has an RBI. I guess it's a sac fly. That's another one, 2 outs. 2 outs, top of the 6th, and here's Earl Combs, 2 for 3. And the pitch, and Earl Combs to left, and 7-1. 7-1 now, New York. New York is piling it on. Philadelphia early led 1-0. That 4th inning was the big one. And it is 7-1 New York. Here's Babe Ruth, 0 for 2. And Ruth, and he walks him. 7-1 New York, top of the 6th inning, 2 outs, Lou Gehrig. 0 for 3, and they strike him out. 2 strikeouts, a walk and a 3rd strikeout. It's 7-1 New York, and Philadelphia, it's looking bleak.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening?
Bottom of the
Please
6th
remember
inning.
to drink responsibly.
And New York 7, Philadelphia 1, bottom of the 6th. Here's Mike Schmidt. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout, 1 out. 1 out. And Greg Lazinski, the DH. Lazinski, and that's going to be another strikeout. That's going to be 2 outs. Pipgrass is still in there. He's thrown 87 pitches. They're saving their bullpen. Their bullpen, that's their weakness. They don't have many players for the bullpen. That's going to be high center field, and they catch 3 outs. We go to the 7th inning. The score 7-1 New York. Well, I'm looking at other games. Montreal and Anaheim tied at 2. Oakland winning 3-0 over Houston. Don't worry, Houston will lose the first 3. They win the last 4. They did it last series. Tony Lazzari, 0 for 2. And that's going to be 1 strikeout. That's his 3rd strikeout. So 1 out. Here's Mark Koenig, the shortstop, 2 for 3. Randy Lurch has been actually pretty good today, and that's going to be a high pop fly. Center field, it wasn't good for Carlton today, and that's going to be a catch, 2 outs. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning, and here's Pat Collins. Collins the catcher, and they walk him. So another pitch, and that's going to be down low. They walk 2. That was ball 4. And they went there, so on second, Pascal on first, Collins on second. Here's Gazzella, the 3rd baseman, 1 for 2 today. The pitch, high pop fly, and they'll go to center field. They run inside. They're going to make the catch. There we go, 7th inning. Enjoy the out-of-town scoreboard. So Jake, I know his last name isn't Vandenhart, but Jake has just hit a home run to make it 3-2. Oakland has 13 hits, but only 3 runs. But we're going to bring you to Montreal and Anaheim now. Montreal and Anaheim. Let's go to Anaheim Stadium. 1 strike now. So here we go. This is going to be Rondell White, left field. No outs, nobody on. Scott Shields is pitching. Montreal a 2-0 lead, and now it's 2-1. It'll be short to first, and that's going to be an out, 1 out. 2-2 is 2-0. 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th for Anaheim. Here's Mike Lansing, 1 for 3. Lansing strike out, and that's going to be 2 out. And Marquise Grissom, he's 0 for 3, no on with 2 outs. Game number 1, Scott Shields. This is to right field, and a base hit, Marquise Grissom the first. So Marquise will have it there, Creators Cup after this. NFL Football Creators Cup. And here's Cliff Floyd, 0 for 4. Struck him out, and that's going to be it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Anaheim looking to come back. Anaheim has been down by 2 runs in each of the last 2 games. They won the first game, but let's see what happens here. Here's Butch Henry against Scott Spezio. He's 0 for 2, a new pitcher. Butch Henry. Spezio, and it's going to be deep center field. And way back, and it is caught. 1 out. 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Sean, that can't be his name. But Sean will be in. Butch Henry. Henry, I would have remembered a guy named that. That'll be a base hit. He gets on. Bottom of the 9th inning, 1 out. Benji Molina. We have a couple games that are good ones. High pop fly. This will be right to the shortstop. And they're going to make it to catch 2 out. In the bottom of the 9th, runner on first, David Eckstein, the shortstop. Now big this is the pitch. Eckstein, that's going to be a base hit. The game-winning run is at second, and he's going to go to third, but he won't go to third. So here we go. It's Gill, the pinch runner. Benji Gill. He's fast. Adam Kennedy will try and win it. He'll try and win it. Bottom of the 9th inning, 2 outs. The pitch. Struck him out. We go to the 10th. 2-2. So here comes Troy Percival in against Moises Alou. The runner is Cliff Floyd at second base. They need to get a run here. So here's Moises. Percival, and struck him out, 1 out. That's big. That is big to get the first batter on a strikeout. And here's Larry Walker. He's 2 for 3. Walker is 2 for 3 now. Very big. Percival to Walker. They're going to walk Larry because he can hit. 1 out, and here's Bill Cordero. He's 1 for 4. Cordero now, the pitch. That's going to be high into right field. And underneath, so they're going to try and get to third. Long, and they go to third, they throw to third. And he's safe. 2 out. Top of the 10th, Sean Berry, 2 for 4. And Troy Percival against Berry, the pitch. Struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. The score, Montreal 2, Anaheim 2. Bottom of the 10th inning now. Adam Kennedy is a game-winning run. Here's Tim Salmon. Butch Henry, and they walk Salmon. With no runs, it doesn't matter. It's going to be Adam Kennedy anyway. Brad Fulmer Hitting 400 in the playoffs, but 1 for 4 today. That's going to be high and deep to left. Are they going to be able to catch it? It's going to be back. It's nearing the wall. They move up, and they're going to catch it. Will they move anybody? No. And the cutoff man won out. Here's Troy Gloss, 1 for 4 today. Here's Gloss, the pitch. High and again to center field. And underneath, they're going to make the catch, 2 outs. They go to third. The throw to third, and he's safe. A base hit wins the game, bottom of the 10th inning. Here's Garrett Anderson. Henry to Anderson. Base hit wins it. The pitch. This is the center field. Base hit, game over. Anaheim escapes. 1-0. They lead in the series. They win the game 3-2. They were down 2-0, and they scored 3 runs. Oh my. And that is the big thing right now, Anaheim. They ended up winning the game very big. I mean, that's what Anaheim does. They come back and win games. And now they win 3-2. We thought that they would be out in the last game. Final, Oakland wins 3-2. And all we're going to do is go here to New York and Philadelphia. Oakland really quick. Oakland wins 3-2. We'll get to that game in a second. But New York and Philadelphia now. We're going back. Mike Schmidt 0 for 2. They walk him and they get to first. Nobody out, 1 on, 8-1. And George Pipgrass, 117 pitches. Here's Lazinski, the bull. Could be around the horn. And it is. 1 more and the game's over. Keith Moreland. That'll be to right field. And a base hit. Moreland will get on. Not the most dominant win, 8-1 win. Here's to McBride. And that'll be to left field. It could be it. And underneath, and they're going to make it it. Not the most dominant game you'd ever see. It is an 8-1 win, but Philadelphia got on mainly. They had 2 errors on the day. New York, to the 4th inning, they had a really dominant 4th inning. Philadelphia kept getting on with walks and hits, and that's it. Final 8-1. When you look at this game, really the player of the game, George Pipgrass, 123 pitches. He goes all 9 innings, and that's what they need. They don't have the greatest bullpen in the world, but they win this thing, and that was very good. The last game was LA and Boston. That just ended. It was Boston who just blew them out. And Johnny Damon had 3 doubles in the game. Koufax the loss. Bronson Arroyo the win. And Tim Wakefield in at relief. So Johnny Damon 4 for 5. Taking a look right now, let's go to the playoff page. And as you take a look in the game, that Sean, I think it might have been Dunston, the catcher. Well, I don't know, I'll have to check out that name. But for Anaheim, he's 1 for 1, but in position players, David Eckstein looked good. Larry Walker was 2 for 3. And a huge opening win for the Angels. For the A's, they won 3-2. We showed that. The A's are an unbelievable team. They keep winning and upsetting teams. They're better on the road this year than they were at home. They were 53-47. A late push got them in. They won today against Houston 3-2. The Boston Red Sox, remember when they were dead in the water, down 3-1 to Seattle? They battled out for a Game 6 victory, blew them out in Game 7. They won in 5, eked out 6, blew them out in Game 7. Remember this? So 5, they won solid. 6, they eked it out. 7, they eked it out. And that was really it. Philadelphia, they lose 8-1. Herb Pennick against Larry Christensen, and that'll be tomorrow. Taking a look right now, that's it. So take a look at the Facebook page for all the stats and scores, and we're about to do a Creators Cup. Have a great day, and we will see you later.